Good morning. Today is March 11th, a remarkable catch. Let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. Hebrews 12, 1 through 2. And you are going to be reading Luke chapter 5, verses 1 through 11.
And it came to pass that as the people pressed upon him to hear the word of God, he stood by the lake of Gennesaret.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Gennesaret.
And saw two ships standing by the lake, but the fishermen were gone out of them and were washing their nets. And he entered into one of the ships, which was Simon's, and prayed him that he would thrust out a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. Now when he had left speaking, he said to Simon, Launch out into the deep, and let down your nets for a draught. And Simon answering said unto him, Master, we have toiled all the night, and have taken nothing. Nevertheless, at thy word I will let down thy net. And when they had this done, they enclosed a great multitude of fishes, and their net brake. And they beckoned unto their partners, which were in the other ship, that they should come and help them. And they came and filled both the ships, so that they began to sink. When Simon Peter saw it, he fell down at Jesus' knees, saying, Depart from me, for I am a sinful man, O Lord. For he was astonished, and all that were with him, at the draught of the fishes which they had taken. And so was also James and John, the sons of Zebedee, which were partners with Simon. And Jesus said unto Simon, Fear not, from henceforth thou shalt catch men. And when they had brought their ships to land, they forsook all and followed him.
People crowded around Jesus, so he sat in a boat and taught them in order that all might hear his words. Then Jesus said to Peter, Launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a catch. Luke 5:4. Peter answered, We have toiled all night and caught nothing. Perhaps he was thinking, Lord, you know nothing about fishing. Daytime is the wrong time to fish. But he said, Nevertheless, at your word, I will let down the net. I believe every fish in the lake tried to get into that net. They wanted to see Jesus. I must see Jesus. Peter filled one ship, then another ship. Just joking. Peter filled one ship, then another. Oh, what would happen if you lowered all the nets? Believe God, he says. Look to me and be saved. Isaiah 45:22. He says, Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28, he says, He who believes in me has everlasting life. John 6:47, Believe, oh believe. It is the word of God. Peter saw the ship sinking. He looked round and saw Jesus. He fell down at his feet, saying, Depart from me, for I am a sinful man, O Lord. Luke 5:8. He and all who were with him were astonished at the number of fish they had caught. That spotless lamb stood there, and Jesus said to Peter, Do not be afraid. From now on you will catch men. To see Jesus is to see a new way, to see all things differently. It means a new life and new plans. As we gaze at him, we are satisfied. There is none like him. Sin moves away. Jesus was the express image of the Father. Hebrews 1:3. The Father could not be in the midst, so he clothed Jesus with a body, as well as with eternal resources. Let us gather together unto him. Let us move forward. Let us move toward him. He has all we need. He will fulfill the desires of our hearts, granting all our petitions. Thought for today. God has no use for anyone who is not hungering and thirsting for even more of himself and his righteousness. That's good.
That ties into the sermon we heard Wednesday night. We heard an evangelist preach Wednesday evening. So it ties in quite nicely with his message.
What was his message?
Well, his message was to not wait till tomorrow, to use the time today. And he was saying not time in terms of measurement, like minutes, seconds, hours, days, weeks, but time in terms of essentially seizing the time now, capitalize on the time now.
God's time.
Not to be complacent.
Not Chronos time, which is time on a clock, but Kairos time, which is God's time. Be fruitful with God's time. That's what he was speaking. Yeah. So this is another mountain Alex will put in the description, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And
Well, you'll get some good footage of it.
yeah,
He'll get some footage. We'll display some footage.
yeah,
It's windy today.
it's windy.
Again.
And we forgot our microphone when we climbed up this hill. So have mercy. See you tomorrow.